everyone, and welcome back to the Travel Podcast. My name is Bhairavi. I've been traveling for the past 12 years and currently I'm super sleepy. I've tried to film this thrice, but there's construction happening in the house next to me and I'm exhausted because it's giving me a headache. Anyway, the podcast shall continue. First of all, before we get started, if you enjoyed my last 3 episodes, which were about traveling as a vegetarian, as a solo female traveler, and the racism that you face when you're traveling, of course, because I'm an Indian traveling the world, make sure to like this video, please. Then YouTube knows you want to see more of this. Hey, while you're here, why don't you just subscribe? That would be super cool. But anyway, today's topic is super exciting. So I'm dressed all like professional because we are talking about fashion. So for the boys, I'm really sorry. This is going to be very female centric because that's what I focus on, dressing myself. So I'll be talking about how to dress up when you travel in all these countries because all of the countries have a vibe. Okay, so there's a practical vibe that you need to adhere to, and there's a fashion vibe, a style vibe, because you want to be that girl, right? So in my last podcast, I talked about how you should dress practically, don't be too flashy, etc., etc. So what do you do? What do you wear? Well, I've been traveling for the past 6 years solo all around the world, and I have been to multiple countries many times where I have been able to observe how the locals dress. I feel like the key is to see how the locals dress because obviously they're dressing practical and some of them are fashion girlies. So the way they dress is how you should dress for the weather, because forget everything else, guys. The weather in all these countries is something that is unheard of. Like the winter, I'm from Delhi. We get winter. It's cold. Delhi ki sardi is not a joke. But when I go to these European countries, I understand why they colonized the world, because the weather is so shit. Okay, I'm sorry for using that word. I'm really sorry. But the thing is, the weather is very challenging and I'm just never able to understand. London, I'm talking about you. So this is all the information that I've gathered. I have it on my iPad, so let me open up the document. And I want to impart this knowledge on you. Hopefully you can benefit from my observations, my fails, and my successes. So the number one rule, I think, when it comes to traveling, you're traveling, okay, is to be comfortable but stylish, okay? And you can do both. Trust me, you can do both, especially with the style nowadays. The style nowadays, there are so many, like coquette, this, that, athleisure. So there are so many styles to pick from that you can really focus on being comfortable and stylish. I would suggest do not look at all these fashion influencers when they go on trips. People are wearing heels in Europe. That is not possible. There are cobblestone streets, okay? These influencers are taking the cabs in all these countries. Guys, that's not practical. Europe, for example, is a walkable, the countries are walkable, right? So you can walk in those countries, which is cheap, healthy after eating all that yummy food like pasta and stuff, and their train networks work really well. So you'll be in train stations, you might have to run. For some reason, whenever I'm in Europe, no matter where I'm going, I'm always late for the train. I don't know why. London, there's the tube, right? In US, it's not that walkable. Australia, you might walk. So you need to be practical. So please, for God's sake, the number one rule, please do not wear heels. Unless you're going to a place for a photo shoot, like you're gonna click pictures, say the Eiffel Tower or something. Okay, if you're going to a party or whatever, but please wear comfortable shoes when traveling, especially Europe. I can't stress this enough. Wear flats, wear shoes. Those cobblestone streets are brutal. Trust me, I've had to buy shoes on multiple occasions. To be honest, most of the shoes that I have are emergency buys because I did not pack the correct footwear. Even after so many years, I have had so many emergency buys when it comes to jackets, sweaters, things, because I did not pack properly, because the weather in these countries is very unpredictable, or we're just not used to it, okay? The weather might be, oh, it's summery, like for Australia, it might be summery, but it's always so windy that for me, it's very cold. London, I can never pack enough layers, or it's just so hot. But then it's very hot, but you still need a jacket. USA, amazing. The weather is great. As soon as you hit shade, like when you're in shade, it's chilly. What's happening? So this is my key on how to dress, pack for these countries. So let's get into it. Number one, as I said, London has been a very challenging place for me the whole of 6 years. So the London vibe is always it's very cold. The vibe is very neutral. The colors are very neutral. I would say very trench coat. The vibe is very trench coat, and hats and beanies are highly encouraged. For me, the wind gives me a head freeze, and I've experienced this many times, and it's not fun. It's so difficult. Like, it might be like, oh my god, head freeze, yeah, right, but it's not fun. Make sure to pack a hat, or if your jacket has a hood, that's best. For me, I think trench coat is very London style, and for the right reasons. Trench coat is perfect in London if it's winter, because trench coat is sort of like a windbreaker. A windbreaker jacket is great as well, but trench coat gives you the London style as well, and it's perfect for the weather. If you're wearing a sweater inside, high neck or whatever, you put a trench coat on top, perfect. You have layers, but you're not, like, you're still stylish, you know. So whatever you wear, make an outfit for London that is in neutral colors and has a trench coat aspect to it. Now, if you're going once, of course, all the architecture there is very neutral. If you wear a popping color, it might look good in pictures. You do you, boo, but make sure to have a trench coat handy. For me, I always try my best to wear as many neutrals as possible in London, because hey, my phone did get stolen there, so I want to look as local as I can, and people dress there in very neutral, proper business, not even business casual, business wear. So I wore this in London on top of white jeans. That's very London. So that's that. Let's move over to Europe. That's my favorite topic. Europe is so like stylish but effortless. It's very effortless, subtle glam, quiet luxury vibe. That's very Europe. Now, I found one key solution to dressing for Europe. I tried this last summer and I blended in so well, guys. You wear whatever you want. Now, I'm speaking about European summers. You wear whatever you want. Put an oversized white shirt on top. Oh, you'll blend right in. Now, Europe, of course, gets a lot of tourists, so everyone just looks like everyone. There's no individuality. After a certain point, there are a lot of Caucasians traveling. Everyone just looks like everyone. Everyone looks like they just jumped out of Instagram. In a good way, actually. Everyone looks amazing, but they just all look like Instagram. So be prepared to dress like that. People have the beach ki mang with the sleek buns, gold jewelry, very Insta model vibes. But if you just want to crack it, wear a dress, a sleeveless dress, whatever, shoes, white shoes, and you wear an oversized white shirt. Whatever you want, just wear whatever, and then an oversized white shirt. I wore jeans, a crop top, and a white shirt on top. I blended right in. Now, if you're going to countries like, say, I don't know, Amsterdam, I would wear something a little bit psychedelic to make it fun. Like I wore my neon pants there. If you're going to Italy, very white. I wore my white long skirt and everything, but I did wear a trench coat on top because it can get windy there. So, but that's just me, my personal thing. But if you wear a white shirt on top, that's very European chic. Let's move over to USA. USA is very comfy and casual. If you've noticed, people in USA wear a lot of joggers, matching sets, but very like oversized t-shirt with jeans. So for USA, I would usually, again, as I said, if you're in the shade, it can get chilly. You're going to LA, which is supposed to be the sunny state, but then suddenly in the evening, you're chilly. That's why they have so many hoodies, because they have hoodie weather. Like if you want to wear a hoodie, it's America, I feel like. Again, I'm not talking about like extreme winters, extreme summers. I'm talking about like standard weather. So USA, I would usually do denim, say jeans with a denim jacket, right? You wear a high neck sweater or something like that, then a denim jacket, then you would fit right in. Think comfy and casual in USA. And also, now this is an added thing. In Europe, the makeup is very subtle, but in USA, the makeup is makeuping. You like do your makeup in USA because everybody does. Everybody has a full face of makeup on in USA, so you can go crazy with that. And of course, when you're traveling, you want to do a little bit of makeup, but in Europe, if you do like full face of makeup, you're gonna stand out as that's a tourist. And I don't know, this just doesn't fit the vibe that's in my head. I don't know. European summer, it's supposed to be like very subtle glam, but in USA, it's like I have makeup on my face, hi, like that. Of course, clean girl makeup was in a while ago. I still love clean girl makeup, but for USA, I amp it up. You can add like more gloss and stuff. So it's more fun in US. Hey, nothing wrong with little makeup. Australia. Australia to me is very cool and power dressing. Like you look very cool, very like, oh, effortless, but power dressing. Everybody just looks so good in Australia, and I'm just talking about the girls. Haven't even got to the guys. They all look so good. They're tall. Everybody's fit. It's amazing. So for Australia, my standard outfit is shoes, of course, because Australia also has a lot of uphill and downhill places. Then I have this basic black dress. I wear a white shirt on top. I know that's very European chic, but I feel like for Australia, you need to have basics, but like a little bit of power dressing. Of course, blazers are encouraged. I feel like girls, they wear blazers all the time. Everybody is just tanned and beautiful. The makeup is very subtle. Oh, they're back. I'll be back after a short break. It's quiet. So I think we were on Australia. So about Australia, the makeup is not too much because the country is very much like active surfing, so they're very natural, sun-kissed, tan all the time. So it's very natural makeup that goes there, which is nice. It's chill. You don't really need to put so much effort into putting makeup or whatever. Natural look goes, but I would put some makeup because everybody just looks so good. You want to look good as well. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's head to India, Asia, our home. I feel like shorts and a top work best. Basic colors, if you're going to Southeast Asia, say Singapore, Hong Kong, all of these countries, basics are big. Like especially in Singapore, people only wear basics. You would rarely see prints, and it's the same prints that everybody wears. Make sure to wear sunscreen and hats for protection. I went to Hong Kong and I wore bucket hats the whole time. It was stylish and it kept me protected. So highly recommend that. Dresses are great. For India travels, I love cargo pants and a crop top. That looks great. You can really have different variation on that. It's practical for road trips. I wore it for my road trip to Coorg. On Mysore, I wore dresses with like long dresses because it looked good in the palaces. The weather was too hot for Indian wear, so I didn't wear that, but of course Indian wear is the best. But yeah, this is an overall of what you could wear, but the number one thing which I've written is do not carry designer goods to any of these places. If you're going to Europe, you're going to Asia, you're going to Australia, wherever. Australia maybe not so much. Do not carry your designer bags, designer jewelry. Again, I know you see all these influencers with the designer bags in their travel photos. Now, I don't understand why one would wear designer goods in a foreign country where nobody knows you. Like, you spend that much money. I would assume that you want people who know you to see you carrying it. Like, look, I have money. Hi, look, I have money. No, like when you're traveling, you don't know where you're gonna be. You don't know the hygiene level of the place. If you're gonna get dirty, it'll be raining or things can get stolen. Like, and you're packing things inside. Sometimes luggage gets stolen. I don't know why when people are traveling, they want to carry designer goods. Hello, like what? So I would say, like, carry good quality things because you want to look good when you're traveling, when you're going to Europe or whatever, but don't carry designer goods because you are gonna get robbed. Europe, it's so common. Travel theft, again, I need to make a video on travel scams, but I touched upon it a little bit in this female solo traveling episode. But you are becoming a target for theft and robbery, which happens a lot, for tourist scams, for tourist traps. Do not look flashy when you're going to these countries. Please consider practicality first. I don't want you to get stolen. Like every day I'm seeing reels and videos of people experiencing travel theft, which travel scams are very common, but we were just used to them happening in Asia, but now they're happening because of the world economic conditions, especially after COVID. They're rising. Especially Europe is full of tourist traps, people stealing things. My phone was stolen. This is a second phone. First one of this was stolen in London. So nothing has been stolen in India, but I went to London and my phone got stolen there, although I was very careful. So please do not carry any designer goods there. Keep your fancy clothes for your home. And with that, I think it's time for me to go. I hope you enjoyed this video and this podcast. I won't have time to finish this podcast off because I have waited too long. See you in the next video.